Hey everyone, Colfax Math here. Today I have a 10 problem math knowledge test for the ASVAB. My plan is to give you a minute to try the problem, and then when you're done trying it, I'll go ahead and go over it. So make sure you have paper and pencil out. See if you can do this problem with the video pause, unpause the video, and see how you do on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So first thing I look at this is that I see three different fractions being added or subtracted. The thing I know about adding and subtracting fractions is you have to have a common denominator. The number that 3, 4, and 6 all go into would be a 12. So the question is, how do I get these bottom numbers to be a 12? Well, 6 would be times 2 to give me 12, but I can't multiply by 2. I'd have to multiply by 1 so as not to affect the value. So I can multiply by 2 over 2 to give me 2 12ths. That is the equivalent of 1/6 with the common denominator of 12. How do I get a 3 to a 12? I multiply by a 4 over a 4. Again, that's the equivalent of 1. It's not going to affect the value, so that's going to give me 8 12ths. How do I get that quarter? With the 12 denominator, I multiply it by 3 over 3, and that's going to give me 3 12ths. So now I've converted 2/3 to 8 12ths, 1/4 to 3 12ths, 1/6 to 2 12ths. Now that I have the same number in the bottom, the same common denominator, I just add or subtract across the top. So 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. And I end with 9 12ths. That's my answer, even though I don't see it over here in my multiple choice questions. So I know there's an equivalent of that. That is not a reduced fraction. So to reduce that fraction, I look at what numbers go into both of those. Well, 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 9 12ths is the equivalent of 3/4. Correct answer, answer B right there. Certainly not an easy problem, and you could understand why knowing your multiplication facts is so important on these fraction problems, because the problem's all about figuring out what numbers go into both of them. All right, problem number 2, an algebra problem. Read it very carefully. Pause the video. Do this on your piece of paper. Unpause the video. Watch how I solve it. All right, on number 2, if x plus 7 equals 15, I need to solve for x. I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. 7 minus 7, those will cancel. I have x by itself. 15 minus 7 is 8. So I have solved for x, but it does not ask me to solve for x. It asks me the value of this expression. Well, I do know x is equal to 8. I could take that value of x and plug it in there to get 6 plus 3 times x, and x and 8 are the same. So I plug that 8 in right there for x. Now I have 6 plus 3 times 8 is 24. Remembering I have to do multiplication before addition, PEMDAS. 6 plus 24 is 30. Correct answer, answer D right there. You 2 for 2 so far. Go ahead and pause the video and do this fraction problem, noting that these are called mixed numbers and you need to multiply them. Give you a second to do it here, then I'll do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn these mixed numbers into an improper fraction. So the way I do that is I do 2 times 2, the main number times the bottom number. 2 times 2 is 4. Add the top number. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So the equivalent of 2 1/2 is 5 halves. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Now I have 8 fifths. Whoops, I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying, not adding. Multiplying is a lot easier. To multiply, I could just multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. However, what I want to do first is cancel wherever I can. 5 will go into here once, into here once. 2 will go into here once, into here 4 times, giving me 4 over 1, or just 4. Correct answer is answer B. If I didn't reduce first and I just did 5 times 8 to get 40, 2 times 5, 10, I could reduce afterwards, seeing that 10 will go into there 4 times, 10 will go into itself 1 time, giving me the same answer. Right, number 4, go ahead and pause the video, give this one a try. Unpause the video and watch how I do it. All right, what is the area of a rectangle that has a length of 8 and a height of 4.5? Well, area is everything inside, so I multiply. A couple ways to do this. If I want to do it quickly in my head, I could just do 8 times 4 to get 32. And then I got to remember I also have this half right here, so I have to do 8 times a half. Well, half of 8 is 4. 32 and 4 gives me a total of 36. So I could split that 4 into 2, 4.5 into 2 multiplication problems, one with the 4, one with the half, to get a total of 36. Correct answer, answer A right there. Moving on to number 5, you need to know the rule for dividing fractions. The rule to divide fractions is multiplying by the reciprocal. With that said, I'll go ahead and let you pause the video and give this one a try. Unpause the video, watch how I do it. While you're doing that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, share these videos with anybody you know who might be interested in learning how to be more successful on standardized math exams. They're always kind of the same, no calculator, a time component. There's a lot of logic and a lot of math knowledge in all of them. The best way to do well on them is to practice. Okay, number 5, I'm going to divide. So that means I'm going to take that 5/8 that I started with. I'm going to turn that division into multiplication. And then instead of 3/4, I flip it over to get 4/3. So division is the same as multiplication with the second number turned over. Okay, again, I could reduce now or when I'm done, but 4 will go into 4 1 times, 4 will go into 8 2 times. Multiplying across the top, I get 5. On the bottom, 6. That can't be reduced. Correct answer, answer A. Everybody 5 for 5 so far. Moving on to number 6, 5 more to go. Go ahead and give this one a try. This one somebody might know if you've been working as a machinist or working with numbers, but a couple decimal fraction equivalents you need to know is if you have a full unit, then you have a half unit, then you cut that in half to get a quarter unit. So this is a half, this is a whole, a half, a quarter, and then if I cut a quarter in half, I get an eighth, 0.125. And I can see right here, a quarter and an eighth is 0.375. And then a quarter and an eighth is like saying 2/8 and 1/8 is 3/8. So the correct answer is answer C. The other way you could do that is say it is the same as a fraction 375 over 1,000, and then figure out what numbers go into both of those. And then I would know that, let's see, 8 goes into there 25 times, I think. And you could reduce it down that way. Kind of a hard way to do it. But you know it's a no calculator test, so there's got to be a quicker way. So this is how I knew it right here. Okay, moving on, number 7. I have an algebraic equation. I need to solve for y. The way I do that is I pause the video, give it a try. Unpause, watch how I do it. I need to get all the y's by themselves, so I'm going to subtract 2y from both sides. With an equation, I can do whatever I want as long as I do it equally to both sides. I'm going to subtract 2y from both sides, and at the same time, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Well, 4y minus that 2y is 2y. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. 2y minus 2y is 0. 9 plus 3 is 12. I'm doing the opposite operation. So if I'm minusing, I add. If I'm adding, I subtract. Now I am multiplying. And because I'm multiplying, to get rid of this 2, I divide both sides by 2. These cancel, giving me y by itself. 12 divided by 2 is 6. What is the value of y? Y is equal to 6. Answer B right there. Number 8, pause the video and give this one a try. All right, I have a surfboard is originally priced at $240. It's on sale for a third off. What is the sale price of the surfboard? It's a third off, so if I use that fraction, I can figure out how much off it is. So I go 240 times a third. 3 goes into 24 8 times, and there's that 0. 80 times 1 is 80. It is $80 off. Natural distractor is A, but that is an incorrect answer because it's asking the sale price. 240 minus a discount of 80 gives me 160. Correct answer, answer C. The other way I could have done that, it said 1 minus a third. I could have taken the original price, and then 1 minus a third is 2/3, multiplied it by that 2/3 to get the final price. 3 goes into 240 80 times 2 gives me that same 160. Just different ways to look at the same problem. Okay, number 9. Give this one a try right here with the video paused. This one's hard because you really got to convert all of these words into an equation. What is the value of 5 to the third power? That looks like this. 5 to the third minus, that's the subtraction sign, the square root of 64. Without a doubt, that's one of the hardest parts of the problem, is figuring out what they're asking. 5 to the third is saying 5 times 5 times 5 minus the square root of 64. Square root of 64 is saying what times itself equals 64 minus 8, because 8 times 8 equals 64. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125 minus 8, right? Exponents first and multiplication. 125 minus 8 is 117. Correct answer, answer A right there. All right, last problem, problem number 10. Go ahead and pause the video, give this one a try. A recipe calls for 2 3/4 cups of flour. If you want to triple the recipe, how many cups of flour do you need? So I could do this a few ways. I have 2 3/4. Maybe the quickest way to do this is take it from a mixed number and convert it into the equivalent improper fraction. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11/4 and 2 3/4 are the same. Multiply that by a triple or by 3. 3 is the same thing as 3 over 1. Multiply across the top, 33 over 4. There's my answer, but it's not there. So I'm going to have to turn this improper fraction into a mixed number. 4 goes into 33 8 times, giving me 32. So 32 to 33 is 1 left over that quarter. So 8 1/4 is correct answer. Correct answer is answer D. Remember, the way to do well on standardized math tests is all about studying. This channel is all about you being as successful as possible on any standardized math exam, specifically the ASVAB military placement exam. So I just create a lot of videos that give you a ton of time and opportunity to practice. However, you can't watch these videos. You have to have paper and pencil out, pausing the video, doing the problem before I do it. Any questions at all, please post them in the comments. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you.